Good morning. Happy Friday. So Joseph McClendon III was on Doctors. I don't know if that was yesterday or the day before. He has worked with Tony for 35 years. He does a couple of days of the UPW and has been his own motivational speaker and NLP and coach and international businessman and everything. He also is a teacher at UCLA and a PhD psychologist. And Joseph has this thing called Astitude. And Joseph is great at changing your state in a fun way. And so one of the things that he talks about doing is he gets up every day and he goes into the bathroom and he looks in the mirror, and he does this kind of whole thing. And one of his favorites is when you go into a grocery store or any place where the doors are automatic. And Joseph had a kid later in life, so he's got a young son now, and I'm not sure exactly how old McClendon Jr. is, but his son now does it. But when the doors open up, Joseph waits for the doors to open up and then walks through and then takes a bow and then stands up and does one of these things. And then the story is his kids saw him do it, and then the next time his little son did it when he was like 3 years old or 4 years old, and it was just adorable. So what's the point of all of that stuff? Well, it's yet another way to change your state and manage how you're looking at yourself and looking at your life. And this is more than just messing around. I mean, there's actual scientific reasons and proof behind this as to the impact that it has. If you stand up and dance, so his thing on Doctors was do your Astitude where you dance. His thing is shake that ass, shake that ass, shake that ass. If you get up and dance for 5 minutes 5 times a day, it's going to completely change your state, and it's not going to just do that. But, remember Amy Cuddy and the Superman poses? That has an impact for hours. And if you can do that, you're going to create new habits. Remember, sow a thought, reap an act, sow an act, reap a habit, sow a habit, reap a character. The point of all of this is the better you that you bring to your problems, the better you're going to respond to those problems. If you are in a resourceful state, then when the problem comes up, because let's face it, problems are going to come up, you're going to respond to the problem in a much better way and more positive way, more constructive way than if you're in a terrible state. And so the reason you do all of these things is because it's going to manage your state. And that way, when you're at a certain point and something happens, then you respond better. Kids are the greatest at this. When you say no to a kid, they don't hear no. It just goes right on by. They just hear, well, you haven't heard me enough yet. And when they convince you to do something, they use humor. They use their bodies. They're free. They fall down, or they say, come on, or they say, I love you, or they do whatever in order to get the outcome that they're looking for. So this is yet another way to do that. So I offer you the opportunity, look up Joseph. He doesn't have as much stuff on YouTube as other people. It's not something that he's done a lot. He's done a lot of stuff on Instagram. He's an amazing guy. I've got a chance to spend a lot of time with him personally. And he's totally 100% congruent. What you see is what you get. He's a beautiful man. He's a great coach. He walks the talk. And he's funny. Tony is more intense, and Joseph is more playful. He's more of, you need the intensity and you need all that stuff, but have a good time while you're doing this. And all of these things will continue to put yourself in a different position. This is why you exercise all the time and eat healthy, because when you exercise and eat healthy, you're going to feel better. You're going to feel better about yourself. You're going to feel more energy. If you haven't slept well, if you're hungover, and then something doesn't go right at work, how are you going to respond? Versus if you've slept well, you've got up, you've exercised, you've done your priming, you're in a great mood, and then something bad happens, how are you going to respond? You know, it's not what happens in the world, it's how we respond that makes the difference. And all of these things help make the difference. So, my message for today, watch little Joseph McClendon and shake that ass, because you know what? Why not? And if somebody sees you, well, then you're going to change their state. And we could all use a little of that right now. And I've done the door thing, walking into grocery stores. It's great. Give it a shot. When the doors open up, take a bow and say thank you for everybody. Look in the mirror and smile at yourself and do one of these numbers every morning. Why not? Why not go through the rest of your life feeling good as opposed to not feeling good? And quite frankly, for the most part, that's a choice. So make the choice today to do that. Have a great Friday, everybody. Go Packers. Thanks for watching. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other. I'll say good morning. Morning to my Uncle Bill, Mr. Jehobel, always there. Dolores Moyer, always there. John O'Connor is watching. I'm honored, sir. How are things down in Springfield? I love reading your stuff. And Tracy, way to go. And I can't pronounce the other person who was watching. But thank you very much for watching. Good morning. Have a great day, everybody.